Heading southbound on the Florida Trail from an access road in Pittman, going to the parking area on US 19. Many people don't like our Florida forests because down south we have pretty much flatlands and scrub forests, saw palmettos, slash pines, flatwoods, stuff like that. Up here in northern Florida, the scenery is a whole lot different, as you can see. This trail is pretty well kept up in areas and overgrown in other areas. There's a few logs strewn across the trail, making nighttime hiking a little precarious unless you have the proper headlamp and whatnot. The orange blazes are bright and visible, well painted. There is hunting in this area of the forest, so you can hear a lot of dogs being ran. Most days there's plenty of rifle shots, but today not too many. Always got to be concerned with a little bit of crossfire coming across the trail. So the more visible you are, the better it is. You know, some hunters might get annoyed at some hikers coming clanging down through here with all their gear, scaring away the animals, but hey, stay away from the hiking trail. We'll scare the animals to you, right? As a matter of fact, I can hear some dogs in the distance being ran right now. This section from the trail is far from strenuous. Nice little lackadaisical walk through the woods here. As you can see, there's so many orange markers. Unless you take one of the many side trails there are that have been created over the years from people hunting, you won't get lost out here. It does cross plenty of places, little hunting tracks and roads and whatnot. So just be vigilant. There are no double orange markers to make you be aware when the trail's gonna change directions. You pretty much got to be responsible yourself to know you're crossing a road or a path or something. It's not as well laid out as some other trails are, but it definitely does give you a good sense of direction. If you go more than 100 feet and don't see one of these orange blazes, then you need to turn around and go find the last point you found one. There's a lot of different vegetation out here. You can see the nice moss on the ground. Everywhere you look, there's orange. Orange, orange, orange. Just keep following them blazes and you'll be okay. As you can see, we do open up into some nice flat areas. Maybe hiking with no gear today, we can see some deer or something. Or a bear. So as you see, we come across this little side trail here. You can tell if you're headed one direction. Look, there's 1, 2, 3. So they got it pretty well marked out across here with these orange blazes where you won't go wandering off some tract and wind up not knowing where you are. Real laid out. It's a real well-worn footpath. Hey, we might not be as popular as the other national scenic trails, but we do have one of our own. Now you will come across some areas that are slightly overgrown, but they still have the orange blazes visible through here. Coming across areas that get a little tight. You'll notice in this area, the path is the only way to go. It's too thick to step off anywhere. You know how much I like stepping off places and finding things. Yeah, and you just look, they got the orange blazes painted on any small tree that they can to ensure that you keep going through this area. Go wandering off like a scrub jay. Maybe a little forest walled path, but it still is a nice one. You can still make through it with no problems, no difficulties. Don't have to go climbing over or under anything. Like I said, here you can see one of these little tracks that have been cut out. People going back and getting good spots to hunt. I imagine deer use the same trail sometime to move from place to place in the forest. I would if I was a deer. Now here's an example of what you can wander into in the night. You come wandering down this little tract here. Don't see that you have a huge sinkhole right here. Go falling off down in that. You're gonna hurt yourself. There's no coming back from a broken leg. Way out in the wilderness. It's on both sides of the trail. So let's remember, it's important to stay on the trail. As we hike further and further through the Florida Trail. See, they come through and they cut logs that might fall across. They do the best job they can. Every once in a while you'll come up to a barricade as such. tree fell recently that they haven't got to or whatnot. Not many. They really do a good job of keeping this trail clear. It really is a nice section of the trail. The weather's good today. It's a nice mid-November day. Some dark cloudy cloud cover. Nice day to go gallivanting around in the woods and see what you can find. I myself happen to find the Florida Trail, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now we came across this little box earlier beside this little hunting track. This looks like a camera device. Motion red. It's taking pictures of things on the Florida Trail here. There's a receiver unit over there. Being out here in the woods long enough, you're gonna find stuff like that. You're never going to know who put it out there or why, so it's best to just steer clear and not tamper or mess with any such devices. Could be the government, could be somebody who's growing marijuana and they want to know who's been around their stuff. Could be FWC, it could be anything, you never know. Best just steer clear. Why cause unwanted trouble? I'm sure leave no trace ethics dictates that device there is not supposed to be here. So we're going to send that out to our leave no trace friends. Ask them about that. It is kind of creepy though. So camouflaged, you could walk down this path and never know you're having your picture taken. And now I can hear cars, so I know we're getting close to the road. There should be a blue sidetrack coming up off of this trail. Within the next few minutes. And there you have the blue marker. The blue marker indicates the side trail that comes up off. And the side trail will be marked in all blue markers. And bam, there you have it. you're out into the parking area. And this parking area does not have any facilities, any water, anything except the map. You are here, Ocala National Forest, on the Florida National Scenic Trail.